there's a lot of changes we got to make with Cardano to get Cardano to the next level to make it suitable for 1 billion people.
That was Charles Hoskinson talking about what needs to happen to Cardano, the big changes coming, and we are going to talk about those big changes in this video. Cardano is set out to roll an upgrade that will fundamentally transform the network, introducing long-awaited capabilities. This is more than just an improvement, it's a leap toward unprecedented utility and efficiency. And in today's video, we're going to break down the specifics of this upgrade, why it is a game changer, and how it positions Cardano at the forefront of blockchain innovation. Make sure you like the video and let's just jump right in. This is from Emergo. This was back in 2023. Looking forward to 2024. And the first thing on the roadmap for this year is the Chang hard fork, which is going to be the theme of today's video and how it's going to change Cardano. So we are finally in phase 5 of Cardano's original roadmap, which is the age of Voltaire, focusing strictly on governance. The Voltaire era will provide the final pieces required for the Cardano network to become a self-sustaining system. With the introduction of a voting and treasury system, network participants will be able to use their stake and voting rights to influence the future development of the network. For the Cardano network to become truly decentralized, it will not only require the distributed infrastructure introduced during the Shelley era, but also the capacity to be maintained and improved over time in a decentralized way. I want to share a tweet with you from Emergo talking about the Chang hard fork, which is scheduled for Q2 of this year. This network event will mark the first step towards a minimal viable community-run government. It will be implemented with the consent of the Cardano community via the consensus mechanism introduced with this hard fork, talking of course about Chang. It will start the bootstrapping period of the Cardano governance model. Also, advancing towards full Cardano community governance, aka Voltaire, Cardano will take some major steps in 2024 to reach full Cardano community governance. Cardano Constitution workshops, a convention, and several voting events have been planned for 2024, among others, as well as more progress from Intersect. Now, what is the Chang hard fork or the Chang upgrade? It is a culmination of many years of hard work. It's been in the works for over 2 years, including all the community participation that has taken place through community workshops and testing on SanchoNet. Now, there are going to be 2 upgrades, upgrade 1, upgrade 2. So the first of the 2 upgrades, titled Chang Upgrade Number 1, will deploy governance features on Cardano and enter the technical bootstrapping phase as described in SIP 1694. We're going to go over that more in detail here in a second. And the second upgrade, labeled Chang Upgrade Number 2, moves the SIP 1694 out of technical bootstrapping phase and unlocks the final features of on-chain governance, including delegated representative participation and treasury withdrawals. That's a big one, the ability to tap into the treasury with SIP 1694 and with the Chang hard fork. Now, this is from the Cardano forum, Cardano.org, Voltaire report, navigating the new age of Cardano governance. So CIP 1694 is the big one here, my friends, which has to be implemented via a hard fork, which is what we're going to see with Chang. So SIP 1694, it seeks to transform the current governance system into a more inclusive and equitable model, ensuring every ADA holder has a voice in Cardano's governance. The proposal outlines a tricameral model consisting of stake pool operators, delegated representatives, and constitutional committee, each with distinct responsibilities and power dynamics. And we're going to go over that in more detail a little bit later in the video. The SIP proposal under discussion since it was released in November of 2022. Some of the insights of this Cardano improvement proposal: one is implementation of safeguards to prevent treasury drain. Obviously, that's a big one. Mitigation of governance system capture, addressing the potential risk of the one coin, one vote system, which could lead to undue influence, centralization, and bias due to large ADA holders. Charles actually outlined this in an AMA he did just a few days ago. Risk of governance system blockage by SPOs, the potential for disruption or stagnation if stake pool operators are not upgrading their nodes to the new SIP. And then finally, emphasizing clear and inclusive communication, the importance of using simple, understandable language to ensure all stakeholders can actively participate in the governance process. So you have 3 things here. You have the Constitutional Committee, delegated representatives, and SPOs. And again, we're going to talk about that. But I want to share with you now a video When Charles was on our live show, talked about three key elements and three big reasons why governance in Voltaire is so important. Are you ready to transform your journey of personal development into an adventure? Meet Legacy Network, where self-improvement meets the thrill of gaming. Unlock levels, earn rewards, and grow every single day. The Legacy Network, dive into a world where your growth earns you more than just skills. It's fun, engaging, and yes, profitable. Be among the first to embark on this journey. Join the Legacy Network Discord by using the link in the description to get access to the Legacy Academy app first once it goes live.
Governance is like the big thing, guys. This is the big differentiator between us and everybody else. You got Vitalik writing articles saying on-chain governance can't work. We're not even going to think about it. So it's the same like quantum computers are necessary to do liquid staking. Okay. Governance. If you have on-chain governance and you truly engage everything, we get three things, and these are the best things in the world. First, Cardano has a built-in sovereign wealth fund. There's $900 million currently in it, worth of ADA. And it's locked up. And Catalyst kind of accesses it, but that whole thing opens up. And then every year, the community can come together in a decentralized way, build a budget, vote on a budget, and distribute funds, just like a government does. That will unlock so much acceleration and escalation of adoption of the roadmap and so many new ventures to come on. And it's 10 times better than any of these centralized sources because it's not some pay-to-play development fund that people have. Second, it unlocks the creativity and knowledge of all of the people that are in Cardano. No matter how good of a roadmap a person puts together, no one is smarter than everyone. So if you have a good on-chain governance system, you also have a good distributed system for aggregating the wisdom of the crowds and thus translating that to a much more inclusive roadmap that actually balances out the development of the system as a whole. The third part about governance that nobody ever talks about is that once you have the governance in Cardano, then also what you can do is be much more methodical about upgrading Cardano to gain more capabilities and partner with other systems. Okay, there's a lot of changes we got to make with Cardano to get Cardano to the next level to make it suitable for 1 billion people. Those changes by nature are controversial. What Bitcoin does is say, me.
So a few key takeaways. Of course, the $900 million treasury that will be unlocked with the second Chang hard fork, the update number 2. This is where people can propose, fund new projects on Cardano. It also ensures sustainability of the ecosystem. We talked about decentralized voting. People, delegates, and the Constitution Committee can vote on new upgrades to Cardano. Now, why is this important that the community gets a say? Well, the community is the one that are in the dApps, that are working in Cardano, that are launching projects, that are minting NFTs, that are doing token transfers, that are using DeFi. So who has a better pulse of what the ADA blockchain needs than the actual community members and the people, the stakeholders that are using it? So they'll be able to propose new improvements to Cardano and the direction of where the blockchain is going via voting, and then the delegation delegating their voting power to other people. And we're going to get into those and exactly what they mean. So there are three main components of the governance. So of course you have the general ADA holder. So technically 4, this is the first one. This is what they can do. They can obviously hold the coin in a decentralized way. They can delegate their voting power to what's called delegated representatives or DREPs. They can become a DREP themselves. They can submit on-chain governance actions, and they can review on-chain governance actions. Now, if you want to get deeper into the ecosystem and have more of a say, you can become a delegated representative. They are a new role introduced in the age of Voltaire as part of the governance model proposed under CIP 1694. Delegated reps, stake pool operators, and the Constitutional Committee are responsible for voting on governance actions. Any ADA holder can register as a DREP. Next, you have your stake pool operators, also known as SPOs, which is a person or organization that takes responsibility for setting up and keeping the pool running. This usually entails owning or renting a server, holding the key to the pool, and maintaining and monitoring the node. As described in CIP 1694, SPOs can 1. Submit governance actions, and 2. Review and submit votes on active governance actions. And finally, you have the Constitutional Committee, which is an independent body and sits outside of Intersect. It's one of the 3 groups responsible for ratifying governance actions under the CIP 1694, alongside SPOs and delegated representatives. the SIP 1694 defines the Constitutional Committee as a committee that represents a set of individuals or entities that are collectively responsible for ensuring that the Constitution's principles are upheld and enforced. Now, you do get certain rights and certain powers depending on what you are. This is a great breakdown. So a green check mark means you can vote on these things, and the X obviously means you can't. So the person or the group of people that will have the most say are the delegated representatives, to which, again, anyone, even you holding even 5 ADA, can apply for and be a delegated representative. And feel free to pause it here so you can take a look at exactly what it entails. But essentially, it's handing over the keys of Cardano to its community, something Charles has been looking to do for the past 3 to 4 years. And again, he did mention will happen in Q2 of this year. No exact date has been set, but we know that it is currently in testnet. So take a look at some metrics for Cardano. Ownership, you can see on the bottom here. Retail continues to pile into Cardano, or at least money is moving from the whales or the investors here, minus 24%, into the retail and into whales. So not only are whales accumulating, but retail, which obviously you can see here from the giant mass of the orange color there, majority of the people that are holding ADA tokens are your retail tokens, people that hold less than 0.1% of the supply. You also have large holder net flow, or actually let's look at large holder inflow over the last 7 days, up 50%. So not only are retail piling in, but big whales are also starting to accumulate Cardano as well. If we take a look at Cardano here, it has struggled as far as in comparison to some of the other layer ones and competitors, but we just saw the completion, and this is good news, of a big head and shoulders on the daily chart on Cardano. And you can see here how absolutely perfect this measured move was. We take the tip of the head and we go down to the neckline. Where it broke, you can see the price started to struggle. I mean, almost to the exact T. The price wicked down to the measured move of around 39.6 cents. This move is over. Now, what will price action on Cardano do moving forward in the future? No one knows, but if this thing starts to tick up and creates a rising wedge or a rising channel, we could see the formation of a bear flag and a little bit more downside ahead. But we believe that with the Voltaire upgrade and Chang hard fork, people are going to be more incentivized to not only hold Cardano, but to stake it, become a delegated representative, and have a true say in a decentralized way of the direction of the blockchain. This is one of the exciting things that are happening on Cardano. Are you excited for the Voltaire era? Let us know in the comment section. Also, come check out our live show Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.